It's the final days of model year end. All new Ram 1500 crew cabs, $5 grand off list, and 0% 60-month financing, plus an extra $500 trade assistance during the summer clearance event at NaplesHasIt.com.
NaplesHasIt.com.
Greetings, football fans. Welcome. It is week 2 of the PrepZone preview show, brought to you as always by Naples Dodge Chrysler Jeep. We're out at Barron Collier today, getting you everything you need to know for this week in football. So to start us off, here's Coach John Weber with his breakdown.
Hello, football fans. Coach John Weber, week 2 of the high school football season. And if it's like week 1, there'll be a lot of coaches scratching their head this week. There's an old saying in football: turnovers and big plays will get you beat. Our first game this week, Naples is going to host Island Coast. Now, the Eagles last week lose to a very, very good American Heritage team in a game that I thought they controlled, all except for 2 big third down plays, and it got the Eagles beat. Now, folks, don't panic. This Eagle football team is a very, very good football team. That loss will do nothing but make them better. I like them this week against Island Coast at home. Mockley, very good win last week against Golden Gate. They travel to Clewiston. Now, folks, Clewiston is a different cat. They're talented, they're ranked, and they're very hard to beat at home. I like the Tigers this week over the Indians. And in our game of the week, the Barron Collier Cougars will play host to Port Charlotte, and joining me is the new head coach at Barron Collier, Mark Jackson. Coach, your contemporaries and your kids tell me that you're a pretty laid-back guy, that you like to have fun. Now, I know a guy holding this mic that used to tell his kids, let's have some fun. I might not have been as laid-back as you are, but how do you transform that into some wins along with that philosophy?
We have to know it is a game, and then it isn't life or death. There's going to be a ton of things in their life that are going to be a lot more important than what we're doing out here, but this needs to be a time that they enjoy. So, yeah, I'm laid back, but, when we go to work, it's time to go to work. But we need to have some fun and focus on the positives, and, it makes tempo and everything else go a little bit faster when the music's playing and, kids are enjoying what they're doing.
Well, that's a really good statement. There's more things to life than just football, but your kids know when you're having fun, your kids know when it's time to go to work. Now, last week you get beat in a really tight game. In a game in my pregame show, I said, turnovers will come back and haunt you, and you're telling me that's exactly what happened to you guys. What can you take out of that game positive that you can take to this week?
Well, I say that we played to the end of the game. We drove the ball down. We got stopped on the 24. Our defense did a heck of a job. I think we gave up 164 total yards. 80 of them were on one long run. The 2 turnovers in the first half kind of dug us a little bit of a hole, but I liked the character of our team. The thing I was most excited to see was when we faced some adversity, and what our reaction to adversity is going to be. And I was proud of our kids that they didn't just tuck tail and run, but they were able to stand back up and continue to fight.
Well, those are all good, positive things. Now, this week you take on a Port Charlotte club that won the Kickoff Classic, won big last week. What can you expect to see out of the Pirates?
They're physical up front. Coach Ingram does a good job up there. They run around, they play fast and physical, and has them in good shape. Doesn't have a lot of kids playing both ways, but the kids he has are young kids, and they're believing in what they're doing. So they've had success in kickoff classes. They've had some success in week 1, but they're going to come on the road, and hopefully we can put a good show on for our fans.
Well, folks, I think this one's going to be a good one. Barron Collier is a much, much improved football team. They're a very, very good defensive football team. Going to see a good football game. But wherever you go this week, there's lots of games. Get up, move off the couch, go see a football game, because it's the best show in town.
Having successful brothers can sometimes put the bar a little bit higher. Matt Hireman is the 3rd brother to play at Barron Collier, and at 6'6", he's hoping to cast a shadow of his own this year. So for more on that, here's this week's Player Spotlight.
Just growing up, they're always on me, they always do the right thing, and that's off the field. And on the field, I don't know, they've always been there, working on my weaknesses and trying to improve my strengths. So they've always been there to help me out, and I don't know. They've always had my back, so that's been one big thing. Like after a game or a bad game, I know I could always go to them, and they'd always support me. So that's always been really helpful. I've always kind of never tried to compare myself to them or anything, but I was actually the first to play football in my family, so if there's ever a level I set for myself, it was strictly for me. But no, I'd never really, I mean, I've always felt like there was a level of degree that I felt like my family should like perform at, but that's always come from me. I'd have to say this year's, we're a lot more dynamic of an offense. Last year we were very one-dimensional. But this year, I mean, there's definitely different things you got to stop, different players you got to worry about. Everyone's in a perfect position to like make the plays that they can make, unlike last year and the past few years. So this year should definitely be a lot better offensively.
Hey everyone, that does our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, stay with PrepZone all week. We've got your news, notes, analysis, videos, photos, live tweets, periscopes, anything you could ask for to keep you update on everything football related in the county. And don't forget, Friday night we got the live chat going. Saturday morning we got the Friday Night Rocks and NBC2 Gridiron Today. So for PrepZone, I am Scott Butherus.
And Coach Weber, we got it all.
Till next week, we got you covered.